Okay, is everything working? I think so. Early stream, bro. Is everything working? I think everything's working. Yo, what's up to real viewer? Yeah, we're good. We're good, we're good. We're good, we're locked in. Alright. We got a lot of work to do today, chat. I got like 2.5 hours. We're gonna lock in. We're gonna get some stuff done. Right now, we need to fix our player. That's our big task for the day. I might just make a GitHub. Can I make a GitHub desktop? Yeah. Create new repository. We can do that another time. A GitHub is a lot. I don't want to do that right now. We'll do a GitHub a different time. I would like to test out a different kind of player, because I think I need to rethink the code for that. So I think what I'm gonna do, I would like to make a new player, because I want to basically restart. So let's make a proper spinning player. Let's move stuff around. You gotta make sure to stay organized, of course, as one does. Give you a little script. Here we go. Oh, nice. That's good. That's locked in. Consider that nice and done. Yeah, so the real problem is we need a better script, because the one we have right now isn't great. Not bad necessarily, but doesn't do exactly what I want to do. I think I tried to do too much in one day, so we got to take it back. Yeah. Let me think for a little bit, because I have to really think about this one. It's a lot, but it's totally possible. But if we can really get this morning, guys, if we really get it this morning, we could really figure it out, and that would be so peak. Which is why I woke up at like way earlier than I should have, but it's okay. Let's see. We should probably start with. So what we need. Oh, I did not realize that's on do not disturb. What we need is everyone's gonna think I'm like frozen. I swear I'm still here. Yeah, so we need to start with the basics. Gravity. We'll just say 600. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we did last time. And then we'll say a speed variable, which will be for our gravity variable, speed, and then velocity is just vector to 0. Yeah, because we need velocity to start at 0. And then we want propeller variables. So, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense actually. I think that's an old thing. Yeah. And then physics process function. Let's make left and right movement. So, let's do it correctly this time instead of doing what I did before. Because we use .getAccess because it's just cleaner. And then pull down with gravity. And move and slide, of course, move and slide. And then we'll throw him in this scene. Let's see if he falls. Yeah, lovely. We love that. We love that. We love that. That's so good. So we need to now check for so we can keep this in its own function. Horizontal movement. let's just call it, yeah. It's a good word for it. Then we'll just yoink this, put it in here. And then that way, as we start working on the propeller movement, this is going to be a lot cleaner. So let's do if input.isAction. So that's our if activate propeller is hit. So yeah, we might want to do some state logic. I don't hate that. So let's do, because if we think about it, stay with me now, all right? We're MS Painting. Everyone stay with me. Think about it. If we have a little propeller guy. Wow, that's not a box. Here's a little propeller guy. If we're moving up, right? If we're moving up, we're probably going to want a different type of gravity applied. If we're moving down, so we're falling, we're going to want a different type of gravity to be applied, right? These should be different. Beautiful drawing. Beautiful drawing. I'm fully aware of that fact. So these have to be completely different. And if these are going to be completely different, then the way to do that is if we're falling, then we'll be in a fall state. If we're rising, so the players hit space, then we're in an up state. Which the way we're probably going to even tell if we're in those states at all is well, we could use velocity, right? Because if we're, remember we did this last night, so I probably don't have to explain it again. But basically, when we reached the pinnacle of our height, we went from a big positive number, which is like this. We went from like a big positive number to then back to 0. Oh no, we went from a negative number. And then when you rise up, you go to a 0, right? Because you stop moving at the height of your jump, and then you go back down. So that's how we know when we're jumping and not boosting. So that's how we can tell. So we'll do propeller state. So variable propeller state type. Let's just call it a yeah, we'll do string equals none. Yep. Like it. So then we'll just say propeller states. If propeller state equals normal, then make normal gravity apply. Why? So basically this. Yeah, I like that. Pull down with normal gravity. Yep. And then we'll say check for this, the player, so here, let's just say in our normal state, which probably means this needs to be set. If input.isAction just press space, then propeller state equals jumping? I guess I'll call it jumping. Let's just call it jumping. Equals let's call it jump out. Oh, boost. That'll get us rising. And then if we'll just say if I used to do elift, but I don't really like elift that much. It's great for what you're doing, but it's not perfect. Is gliding, so we'll call this jumping. And then if propeller equals not jumping, let's say falling. So those should be our 3 states. That makes sense. I'm actually really happy about that. States I think are a bit of a breakthrough. He's going back up. But oh, because gravity stops being applied. I was gonna say, I was lost. I was like, why? I was like, why did he just keep going up? It's yeah, we haven't applied gravity in the other, because we switched to jumping. So okay, so now if we're jumping, reduce gravity during the boost to make it feel like you are rising faster. Now why? Let's do gravity times delta. Just multiply by kind of a small variable, which will probably make this a real variable up at the top at some point. Yeah. We could make a boost timer. A boost timer's not a bad idea. Because then you could time how long it takes you to get to the peak. But you probably want to do like a adding timer, not the other thing. Yeah. Because right here we need to eventually set this back to normal. So we can probably do that by using velocity as 0 or greater than 0. Why don't we just do this? Just add to it. Yeah, well, then we also should probably cap our gravity. I remember this problem from yesterday, so I need to really remember that. First but better? You can't do that. That's not how it works. You can't just claim first but better. Evil. Evil guy. I only say that because I know you. I know who you are. I know what kind of man you are. Because we'll have gravity, which we should probably export, and then we did this last time as well. Yeah, I like that. Because we are going to need a max fall speed anyway. Because we do need a cap. They could just do greater. I'll just do max fall speed. There's no reason to like get crazy with it. Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, let's just leave it at max fall speed. You could do if velocity.y is greater than gravity, but that would make you fall just as fast as you're pulled down. I guess that does make sense. But I do kind of like the idea of you falling slower. That might change. That might change. But it's probably a decent thing to have in the code, at least. So. Yeah. And then also, we're going to need to reset the jump timer here. Yeah. Reset the jump timer. Beautiful. So if we're jumping, we're going to apply our gravity. We're going to add to the jump timer. And then check if the jump timer exceeds a duration period. So then on that side, then we need variable for jump timer and jump timer duration. So let's call it jump duration equals. Let's go for a number. So if jump timer is greater or equal to jump duration, then propeller state equals normal. Last state is falling, which we already did. Yeah, fall speed. So if velocity, this is kind of stuff we did yesterday, right? So if this is greater than, so basically fall slower when going up and going down. Y is greater than this full speed. Then multiply by gravity by that number, and then cap it. Yeah, so cap it at the end to make sure we don't go over. Then else yeah, I think that makes sense. I think we're good on that front. No? Should be. Fall slower when going down or propelling? Yeah. And then here we'll also let them boost. Yeah. I don't know what this is going to do. He's a little bit floaty. Though that does feel a hell of a lot better. But that's probably because this is really powerful. Yeah. I would like to fall faster. Is that good? I think that's good. It's kind of hard to tell for y'all, but I like it. We do need a cooldown. He needs a cooldown timer. So the way to do that is timer. I just really banged my elbow against my desk, guys. That hurt. Cooldown timer. Let's just say you can only jump every 0.45 seconds. Sure. And we'll call it here. Isn't it control? There we go. Yeah, to do this. And then whenever we jump, start the cooldown timer. And then once this finishes up, we'll send them off to we will send them off to the propeller state, which is normal. That should work. Maybe. That might be too long. Let's try setting it to something egregious to really test if it's working. Like, let's go 2 seconds. Okay, so I think the reason is because you're also still jumping. I do want them to jump instantly. Wait a second. There's your problem. There we go. Yep. So I think the problem was that we were doing the wrong state. So that doesn't make sense because you need to set this to jumping immediately, but you also want to jump immediately. The only thing you want to cool down is how fast. Oh, even better. We'll do a Boolean variable. And jump equals false. Nah, true. So if isAction press space and can jump. Dude, it's odd logic. What's going on, bro? How you doing? So can jump. Then we'll do this. And then we'll say can jump equals false. Alright, boom. Can jump is false. And then we'll start the timer. Cool down timer.start. Lovely. And then once this finishes, can jump equals true. The only thing is to do the same thing here, right? Yeah, and also I just realized this is wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. I'm dumb. It's really wrong. So if we do this, these are also basically the same thing. So I'll throw these in a function at some point. Problem is you do need them in that state for the states variable way we're doing it. That's why it's also inefficient, but also it's a game jam. Who cares? Who cares? Who really cares? So can jump equals false. Start the cooldown timer. We'll just copy this. Boom. Don't ever say I can't code, boys. I'd almost say you fall too fast. I think it'll make more sense once assets are in. But I think that's a really good place. I think it's a really good... That's really good. In my humble opinion. I would like to GitHub this. Let me go stream. Can I fix my OBS? Yeah, there we go. Let's do this. Cool. Let's do that, and then I can do cool. So now y'all only see my that. That's nice. So the way we have to do this is create a new repository. Yeah, so now it should be just showing OBS. That's fine. I do need to open File Explorer. Godot. Import. There we go. Now it should work. Import that sucker. Probably don't need this anymore. No more window capture. Don't worry about that. Nice. So everything should be working. I should be able to make an init. Yeah. Yes, we did it, gentlemen. If I hit enter. There we go. It's working. Beautiful. Alright, GitHub setup. That's huge for the program. The big thing now... Probably start building our first level, which probably means we need some assets. We probably need art assets at this point. At least a few. Yeah, so that could make sense. Where to go from here is a tough one. I mean, the problem is that I'm trying to decide. There's too many places I could go. So how short is the timer right now? Still in 2 seconds. We should probably make it if you go under the map, you die. So the first level should force the player to try to go under the map and kill them. I think that'd be a smart first level. Because that way you're teaching the player how they die. So I think a really simple first level is literally just start here. They have to make it under. They come around, so they go here, propeller, and just kind of zip over it. Yeah. I could do screen wrapping. So if you go above the screen, maybe we should hit a ceiling. A ceiling's not a terrible idea. What are any good art assets I should look up? I want something simple. Because otherwise we might have to boot up some Ace Spray boys. Wait, this guy's kind of awesome. Wait, I kind of like that. I do need a color palette. Let's launch Ace Spray, baby. Let me give myself a color palette here, gentlemen. Whoa. Ooh. Let's go something simple. Don't need to overdo it, you know what I'm saying? Could just try to raw dog the colors, but I find that a lot of times that goes wrong a lot. This could work, actually. This could work a lot. Yeah. Wait, can I visit the GitHub? I could. Actually, I could literally just send myself the link. Oh yeah, let me show this and explore. Where are we? Oh, we're in Godot games. It's so peak. This is taking forever. Where is this? Oh, it's in this. I was gonna say, what the heck? Okay, interesting that it's saved there, but I guess we'll take it. And they'll just toss this in here. For those of those tuned in, the reason this is taking forever is because I'm trying to port a color palette to my other computer, because I stream on 2 computers. Let me fetch the origin. Pull origin. Grab that. There we go. So now, let me just download. I'll just hit with a quick copy, throw you in my downloads folder, head over here, new file, 32 by 32, load palette. Boom, just like that, gentlemen. Light work and a reaction. Let's go back to my reference. So, it's kind of a simple little guy. Start with like the black. Actually, wait, I kind of like this guy better. He's a little bit more funny. He's a wee bit funnier. We'll just trace him out for now. Whoa. Why is that 8? Save him real quick. Hit him with the quick save. Do that, and then we'll just hit him with 1, 2, 3. We'll just do his like color. We'll just do a skit like this. Give him blue eyes. Top 10 worst pixel artists of all time. Number 1, me. I'm just gonna get black. I was giving eyes like that. Yeah, it's a lot better. Oh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now we're cooking. He's beautiful. Guys, he's beautiful. My creation. By my creation, I mean I got this basically as a reference offline. He's beautiful. That might have to change, but for placeholder art, we'll keep him. It's really funny. And then I want to do a propeller hat. This one looks good. So he kind of already has the hat structure for it. He kind of just needs the... Wait, I could just animate it like right now. Like if I just put this guy on another layer. Dude, where's the stupid where is it? It's like the frame menu. How do I do that? It's a frame menu ace sprite. I need to make frames. There we go. There we go. New layer. So we'll put the propeller up here. And I kind of want the propeller to be obvious. So, could just do blue. Yeah, let's do blue. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. I think blue's really funny. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. That's his first frame. Oh, wait. There's the vision. The vision's here. So then... You know, we probably don't need to do the animation right now. Mostly because it's scaring me. That would be nice to have, though. Here we go. Let's do this. Perfect. Lovely. We got it. We got it, gentlemen. That's all I needed. Just had to break this up into steps. Wait. Because all we're going to do is start here. Beautiful. Frame 1. Yeah. Frame 1. Alright, boys. This is frame 2. Frame 2. We're just going to do everything straight. So how long is this? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 frames. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nice. New frame. Oh, that's wrong. I E L. Nice. Cool. New frame. I can feel it coming along already. We're literally just squeezing it in. I see. Literally just squeezing it in. Yeah, for reference, guys, I'm looking at a reference. I'm figuring this all out by reference. I'm not like raw dogging this. That would be hard, and I'm not good at that. Wait, this? Oh, this needs to be like this. Yeah. That one's done. Now we're on to this one. Wait, what? Can't be right. That is right. Just looks really goofy. So basically anything from this position onward becomes a block. And it's a matter of this is the hard part. This is the hard part. So you realize this is gonna be the hard part. Let me just do this and see if we can really like hone this in. There. And then it's 1 from that center point. Right? Because this is our last frame. I'm spending so long on this. It'd be really funny to get it right now. Yeah, because mine is double the length, which makes this harder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do that. Let's go with that. I think that's fine for now. That frame will probably have to be fixed, but that's okay. Things have to be fixed. Things happen. That is an easy frame. I mean, come on. That's light work. That's light work, gentlemen. That's light work. This would be so funny when it's done. Oh, it's the same as this other frame. Wait, no. It's different. Yeah, like it. Love to list it, baby. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Might work. Might work. Then we need our final frame. Should just be this. Some smushed one, but reversed. Yeah. I do believe it's like that. Yeah. Yep. Like that. What does it look like? Yo, might have cooked. This might need to be trimmed down a little bit, I feel like. It's so awesome. Okay, let's just export. So we need one with just the soldier and his thing sitting still. So let's take all of this, copy him over to a new 32 by 32. Nope, not new frame, new layer. There we go. Now we can export you. Export sprite sheet. Wonderful, wonderful. That's great progress. Okay, so we do him. We need both of these, and we're gonna put these in art. Player art. Cool. So now what we can do is get rid of the color rect. We should also probably change our game window. So we're gonna go 640 by 360 because that's classic. That's just normal. We're gonna go viewport. No, it's nearest. It's in textures. I've done this a billion times. Nearest. Yeah. And then we're gonna take our soldier with no frames. He's gonna be on there. Lovely. Give him a little bit of a better collision shape here. Probably something like this. Maybe give him a little bit of room, a little wiggle room. Just take up most of his body. Probably move it over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's collision shape. That's good collision shape. And then we'll also add an animated sprite 2D. So, sprite frames. Okay, let's make two. So actually, we don't need the sprite 2D. I just realized. That doesn't matter. Let's just say idle. So I don't have idle frames right now, but we're just gonna add in this soldier as his idle frames. Right, so boom. So those are his idle frames. And then we'll do a new animation and we'll call it propelling. And then we'll just add in this. It's really small. How many? Well, it's one vertical. 8. Add 8 frames. Let's try it out. It's beautiful. Might want to speed it up. Too fast. Faster? What if I just make it like a blur? Wait, what's frame duration? Let's call the animated sprite 2D, y'all. So call the animated sprite 2D. Add on ready variable anim sprite. We'll just call them animated sprite 2D equals animated sprite 2D. So let's do this. If he's normal, which actually we can just do this here. Let's make a function for this. Function for, oh, how long has my microphone been tilted downward? That's dumb. Function for animated for doing animations. Func animate do animation handler. So if propeller state equals normal, then anim dot play idle. If propeller state equals jumping, anim dot play propelling. If propeller state equals falling, anim dot play idle. So this will eventually become a falling animation, but until that day comes, we're gonna roll without it. And we never called the function. Cool. He's really small now. Maybe make it faster. Oh yeah. Don't need you anymore, old player. That's funny. So neat. Look at him go. Wee. 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 Yeah, the other thing is variable control, so being able to control how high he jumps would be nice. For now, I also still feel like he should fall faster. I'll say it. I don't think this does anything. Cool though. Nice. Okay. So, that's neat. So now, yeah, exactly. Okay, so that works great, y'all. I think that's really cool. So the only other thing is to make it more variable controlled. So if you're holding space, you'll go higher. If you're holding space, you'll go lower. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. That'll be a lot cooler. Because then people can get more control over it, and that's kind of the ideal. That would look, it would be so much better if that was what it was at. So how do we do that? That's the question, eh? So I think it's supposed to be falling. I just realized. Oh shit. Like I say, I don't think it's been working this whole time. We gone. Where's he going? And we've broken the game. Let's just commit this to GitHub before we keep going. Nice. So the real thing now, everything's looking good, except there are some broken things. Right down here. I think the problem, this should be propeller state is jumping then falling. Yeah, I think that's what we were missing. Now we just infinitely fly upwards, though. Except that's not what should happen. That's not what should be happening. Maybe it's because we're adding, not subtracting. No, right here we do it correctly. Canon event for every developer. Amen, brother. Amen. Now I'm stuck. Okay, nothing in there needs to change. That's all good. I like that. I like what we got in there. It's this that has problems. I think it's because we're... well, we're checking if we're greater than full speed even while we're still rising. So if you're still rising and checking and setting yourself to a full speed even though you're going up, it's going to throw an error. So instead, let's just do a dot y is less than 0, because we talked about this in MS Paint, right? In here, it was essentially when we reach the top, 0 is when we know we're switching, right? Here, 0 is when we know we're going to go back down, because we're going from here, negative big number, let's say it's infinity, to here, which is 0, back down to that negative infinity. But there's a switch from here to here. There's a switch from here to here to here, if that makes any sense, right? We're going from negative infinity to 0, back to negative infinity. Or positive infinity, whatever you, positive, massive positive number, whatever you want to say. So in this case, we're still going up. So just apply some normal gravity. And then else, this means we are falling. So dot y. I'm Patrick writing this down. Dude, if only YouTube Lives had GIFs, that would be so elite, low key. All right, this should work. I'd be a little shocked if this didn't work. Is it working and I'm just like delusional? No, we're still going up perpetually. Am I tripping? Wait. So I'm saying, dude, GIFs would be so elite. Oh, he's never falling back down. He never fell back down. See, that's the problem. He's not falling back down. Bugs. Something's not applying correctly. Something's not applying. Right? We're applying something incorrectly. And that's the problem. Yeah, we're definitely getting closer. I can feel ours getting closer. This is a better... This should work. I think it's getting lost somewhere in between these two. There's some like weird state where we're above velocity 0 and less than velocity 0, and that's where we're getting stuck. Which is fine. That's, you know, stuff like that happens, but we just got to get through it. We can definitely do it. I'm fully confident in myself. In my ability to get this done. So... Maybe we're just overcomplicating it. We could just low-key be overcomplicating it. I wouldn't be surprised. Because why would we care if we're still going up? We should always be applying gravity no matter what. And we should only cap gravity if we're falling. So 0 and you could do the absolute value. See what this does. Because this will make sure no matter if it's positive or negative, it'll always be the reverse of it. It seems completely counterintuitive. It's not really counterintuitive. It makes sense. We'll see. Oh, it's even worse. Oh, now he's falling. He's just falling really slowly. Like, absurdly slow. That's just fall speed then, right? Like, we should make this like negative 250 and see what happens. There we go. That's better. He does float up for quite a while, which probably means we just need to change our jump power. Now he's too floaty, you know? But that does technically feel better, right? Because now... This feels more like the Mario Bros, which is kind of what I was going for, because you fall slower, right? You can imagine him in like a falling state. Like legs kicking up and everything, right? And then you just kind of like, you kind of glide your way back to the ground. Yeah, I mean, the problem's solved at least. He's at least falling now. Could make gravity higher. We could just make this the same. Let's see what this does. Hey, at least this, like the falling at the, it's really smooth at the top. And to be honest, I think if I just want to do this, I can just take this out. Could also just take this out. It should be the same as everything else. Though this is a lot harsher. Oh, well, you know what? We don't have to adjust this. Variable grav drag down type floats is 0.3. So make it like 0.5 and see what that does. Ah, so that actually makes it slower. Interesting. I thought it would have been the other way around. Wow. No, please go slower. Oh, this might be... Oh, that's better. Maybe? No. What do we make it? What's this gonna do? What's still getting applied? Oh. That's why. I was gonna say, I was like, look, that could still be what's making it feel like that. And it's that. Thought I commented it out. We didn't. Oh, shoot. That's way better. Still a little slow, but better. Genuinely better. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's so much better. Now it kind of feels like you're... Now it kind of feels like normal gravity. Feels like you got some more control over yourself. And again, we can always adjust that variable if we really don't like it. So, you know, we can always go back to the well, go back to the drawing board if we want. Because I actually didn't hate it before. It's not bad. So I don't know. I don't hate the old one. And of course we'll do the ground pound mode. But that's for a later date. Now let's do the variable control. So it's called bug fix. Yeah. Ooh, I'm tired. Woke up early today, gentlemen. Early. Okay, so let's do boost power. So we already kind of everything we need here, except let's do charge up stuff. Zero. Ow, damn, I just like hit my funny bone. That's the second time I did that today. I've been hitting my funny bone all the time now. I can't stop myself. Okay, so that's our min boost, max boost. So now we pretty much just need to change what's happening in normal. So start, rise and grind. Amen, brother. Yeah, I woke up this morning and I was like, I felt the cringe as I wrote that. The fire emojis helped. The fire emojis really helped with the cringe factor. The fire emojis low-key saved it though too. So, you know. Start pausing on the press if input.isAction just pressed. Space. And can jump. Then charge 0.0. Count charge while holding. I'm a master of balance. True. It seems to be so. How one can balance such a not too serious, not too cringe. Some would say nonchalant. I've heard it said both ways. I've heard it said both ways. That's kind of a leap ball, low key. I've heard it said both ways. Real ones know. Now we do our normal thing. But instead, we do just released. I'm just going to rewrite it. Because I got to write in the... We'll see. I think it's the same thing. So we'll calculate power based on how long a space was held. Well, this is a painful function. But... could just do... Wow, you can just clamp it. Where's the Claude MCP? No, yeah, I gotta have all the AIs open on my monitor. I gotta have 8 agents running on my computer at one time. It all has to be here. You know how it is. No, I'm not using AI. I don't like having AI write my code. I like writing the code myself. Not a true project until I see all the MCP running. It's a fake project until that's done. Dude, that's how companies be these days, bro. That's how a lot of programmers are now too. Like I like writing my own code. I'm fine with having AI help me. I think that's great. It's perfect for that. But like I like writing my own code, and especially organizing it. Um, to be honest though, I didn't write this clamp function. I got this online. I got my second monitor up, and I got the clamp function from there. I just punched in calculate power based on time and blah blah blah, and it just said do this, and I was like, oh. And then we'll just well, this I actually do know, lerping. This is peak, not larping. Just to clarify, lerping. So make boost staggered based on the amount of power we got. So variable boost, so we'll just call it jump power more. I like jump power, so I guess make jump staggered. I know I keep calling it jump and boost, but I think jump's the way to go. Min, this should be min jump then, I just realized. I was too into Claude MCP, I forgot how to write a simple for loop on C, so now I don't use it anymore. I deleted all the Claude code, and I just ask questions on the web. That's what I'm saying. I feel like such a better programmer when I'm just writing on my own. Like, I trust myself more than I trust Claude. Like, don't get me wrong, Claude's great, and if you want it, and I think it's perfect. What it's perfect for is, like, debugging and going through code and checking for that kind of stuff, and writing, like, one-liners. Like it's great for writing like one-liners. Like it's perfect for that. It's what it's really meant to do. And even scripts for things that like, you know, or just helping me. Like if I'm stuck on a problem, I don't know what to do. I can just be like, hey, what do you think is like where do you think a good place to go from here is? Where can I go from here to make everything potentially work in the future? And that's kind of where I'm at with it. Love it. I think it's great. I think it's a great tool, but beyond that, true. All of us are better than Claude. All of us are better than Claude. Remember that. Nothing can stop the indomitable human spirit. Remember, it was humans that built Claude in the first place. We're goated. Well, I mean, not we specifically, but, you know, most of us. I know so many very, very smart programmers who are just full on Claude code, everything. It's crazy, the switch up. It is crazy. The switch up's insane. But I think they're going to realize that the code that it's writing is not that good. Those same people told me to never use it. Yeah. Well, now a lot of them are being forced to use it. Like, if you work in corporate, you have to use AI. And if you're not using X amount of tokens, you're failing. So, it's kind of a nasty environment, I would probably say. I don't know for sure. I've heard that happens at, like, I heard it happens at Meta, apparently. That's the only one I kind of know of that kind of forced people into that. Which is unfortunate, but what you can do? Maybe I should make this the grav drag down. What is that going to do? Well, let's not change anything while we're changing that. Time to have AI generated videos to burn tokens. True. Yeah, I wonder if some of them just like burn tokens. Like, do some of them just... Like, I wonder if some of them just go through and just burn all their tokens. They gotta. Well, they're supposed to, like, use as many tokens as humanly possible. Which seems wrong. Like, that fundamentally seems wrong. It seems crazy. Like, just have people code. Like, if you want AI, have it help them. Have it be, like, an assistant that they have full unending access to, and if they have a problem they can talk to it about it, that kind of thing. But why have it write entire code structures that it's going to do poorly, and it has to be code that you have to look over anyway? So it's like, it just feels completely counterintuitive. We are falling really slow. I'm going to comment out this section. I don't like this. Wait, is this working at all? Make me a full stack application fully in CSS. Only take your time and burn all your tokens so I don't get fired. Yeah, basically. I don't think this is working. Because we're jumping... right as I hit it. Which... how's that happening? Yeah. What if I take this out? Oh, I think it's because of this. I don't think I need this. Oh, hold on, guys. I have an important text from somebody. How far is that, dude? Dude, people always be... he's one of the first people to make a site. The thing is, Mark isn't stupid. He legit is insanely good. Yeah, he's a crazy programmer, and he's asking people to burn tokens. I don't get it. Like, Facebook is, like, an insane project that he pretty much coded by himself. Well, like, he had help, but, like, you know, he's a great programmer, like, one of the best of all time, and just, you know, he's just switching up. And I get it. I don't, you know, I get the point. I get it's not, like... hold on. I don't know. I understand it. Like, AI, especially to someone... I don't know. It is really good, and it works really well. It's just not as good as they think it is, I think. That's... and again, this is all my opinion, but I think they're... if you see it in the news, I feel like they're coming to this conclusion. Because they're saying they have to check the code anyway. Are these trying to trick investors? I mean, that honestly sounds believable. I wouldn't be shocked if that was the truth. To think AI is this insane, yeah, like they're acting like they're acting like it does better work than a human infinitely faster, and frankly, it just doesn't. It just doesn't write code that particularly good, especially in, like, I can understand it for, like, work like we do, like in a game, like that part makes sense, but like in corporate, you're dealing with massive code architecture. Like code architecture is a big problem, and you're dealing with all of that. And like it just feels like it can't keep up with itself when trying to write really big code. That's why I said it's great for simple lines and things like that. But beyond that, I feel like it loses the plot. Like quickly, it starts writing insane things that just to keep up with itself, and it does so much that it can't even keep up with what it wrote 10 minutes ago. Because it's trying to do too much, and it just doesn't think ahead like we do. But, yeah. Now, the real issue is this isn't working. Ah, well, we never return. Yeah, because if you're falling... what if we just got rid of the falling state? Like, how much do we need the falling state? Normal's already applying gravity. The problem is, how do you tell when you're done in the jumping in the... I think we should get rid of falling state. I'll say it. Bugs, but potential get rid of falling. I think falling is causing us more problems than it is. What is that song? Wait, which song? The one I was humming to myself? You're talking about the one I was just humming to myself? I assume you're talking about that one. Right? Yeah, guys, I'm gonna say it. I don't think we need Falling State. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh, the one I was humming to myself? It's from Attack on Titan. It's it's some Japanese name. Akumo no Kono no Ko. Wow, American boy bitch butchered that. Wait, is this it? Yeah, Akumo no Ko by AI Higuchi. I assume he's not AI. I assume that's just the guy's name. Great song. In Attack on Titan, it sounds beautiful. It's like and then it goes like the da 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 da. Like it's peak. It's peak. You just listen to it on Spotify. It's there. I promise. Yeah, it's AOT. Yeah, because I listen to the AOT OST all the time. Holy mouthful. Holy mouthful. AOT OST. I'm surprised I didn't say that wrong the first time. It's a great song. Beautiful. Probably one of my favorites from Attack on Titan. It's really grown on me over time, and I just love it. But I'm probably going to get copyrighted. You know it is. Oop, there it is. That will get me copyrighted. They will get me for that one. They love getting me for those. Yeah, so I think we definitely, obviously, normal state. Yeah, I mean, Attack on Titan's so peak. I don't even think much compares to it. No, I don't have a Discord channel yet for my server. I think I'll do one at 1,000 subs. At 1,000 subs, I think I'll make one. It's just a lot to manage. So I'd have to find people who are going to want to moderate at least like a little bit. And that's kind of a pain, like finding moderators. I have friends who would do it. And I could do monitoring it myself a little bit, but I'm going to be busy for the next couple months, so it's like I just don't have time for that for a Discord server. It'd be awesome to have one though, and I think at 1K subs I'm probably gonna do it. So maybe we'll see one before the end of the summer, depending on what happens channel wise, because we are moving on the up in terms of views and everything. So could happen. But no, yeah, you can be a mod. We'll sign you up. We'll sign you. You're day one. I trust you. You're day one. Day ones don't switch up, And then so instead of falling, let's just cut to normal. Like, screw it. And then we can just cut this. So I don't think we need falling. I think falling, it's a great idea. And maybe there comes a time when we want it again. Though this is not great. I think we need more boost on that. Yeah. Don't love it. Maybe falling state is necessary. Also, I don't think this is doing anything. I'll say it. I think we're doing this all wrong. I think we need to revert. We should go back to where we were. Where were we? Oh, I forgot how to do this. What's the idea behind your game? I'm kind of thinking it's like a propeller. So it's like I want to be like the propeller hat for Mario Bros. And then I think I'm just going to do like 5 or 10 levels where you play like parkouring through a level, and there might be like a boss fight at the end or something. Like really simple. I just want to finish something. I just want to have something to like put up and be done, and like just to have something. That's the main idea. know how to go back. Dude, it's been a while since I used GitHub. That's not true, actually. I swear I use it for this other project. I just never have to go back this far. Oh, I think we'd like to bug fixed. Sounds like a fun idea, even if it's simple. Yeah, like I think that's why I'm really trying to hone in on the movement of the propeller, because I think if I can get that down, it can be really fun. If I can't get that down, that's why I'm spending so much time on it. Because like if I can get that down, it's gonna be awesome. But if you don't get that down, you know, gonna run into a lot of problems. I'm gonna look this up before I do something stupid. I've done this before, but it's scaring me for some reason. This method creates a brand new commit that does the exact opposite of your old change. You can reorder it? Whoa. Oh, it's because there's changes in my... But yeah, I think a game will be cool once it's done, but I'm kind of struggling right now. I think we've made good progress. I think this... What's the conflict? I do have the... Well... That stinks. I like that old code. Isn't that the point that I can go back? What are we doing, GitHub? I think I'm just bad. I'm just bad at what I do. I am really just bad at what I do. I don't know why this isn't working. Create branch from commits. I could make a branch. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, but that might be the only thing I can do. Okay, let's just publish it. Brick it. Okay. This was the good one, I believe. Yeah. Or at least the better one. Okay, can I be honest? I liked it when this was a bug and this was changing us to normal. Oh, that's what we just had, actually. What if I put this back in? Yeah, see, something just doesn't feel right. I think the propeller feels really good, but then it kind of floats to the top. Now we're floating like crazy, and it's just like, what? Must be full speed. Oh, that fixed it. Now we're falling way too slow. YOLO. So true. Gotta go back to the old commits, you know? Now we're falling at like we're not even falling. Like, that's not falling. That's gliding in style. This should do something. Watch him glide even slower. Dude, let's just make it 1,000, see what happens. At this point. Something's off with my code, I can't lie. The falling stuff is just terrible. Yeah, I think the falling is just really bad. I think it's a good thing to have, but because right now, low key, this feels great. The propeller feels good. That's the thing. He's really floaty, and I don't really like that. But then here, he drops like a rock, which doesn't feel good either. Feels like there's no middle ground here. I think I have an idea. We're going to go, we're gonna do this. Yeah, now I'm really thinking about it. Yeah, I think we need to change it completely. Like, alter it fundamentally. And I think it would make it better. Let's see what this does. New arc. Amen. We're going for it. We're going for new stuff. So we're keeping gravity. Love it. We're not. I don't think. We'll see if we need that, but. Yeah, we're not gonna need drag down. See, this is where coding streams get boring, because I'm just gonna like sit here and like debug. Yeah, it's just too floaty. It's too floaty. We gotta fix it. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh my gosh, I'm doing the wrong. Whoops, I was on the wrong branch. I was gonna say, what's going on? There we go. I knew I was messing it up somehow. Oh man, my dude, you know you've woken up too early when like your eyes hurt, dude. I woke up too early. Way too early. So early. That's great. We'll do this for faster descent. We should adjust these. Oh, you also know you woke up too early if your stomach feels the way mine does. Ugh. That's okay. Better. Wait, I don't think we're actually going to the normal falling state, are we? No, we are. If I just comment this out, what happens? See, the jumping feels so good. It's so funny when you say it's early because it's 4 p.m. for me. That's crazy. Yeah, right now it's 9 a.m. because I'm EST. So I woke up at 7 a.m. I've been alive for like 2 hours, give or take. Yeah. Which I'm doing this again tomorrow. So I might do 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. So I guess it would be. I'm getting there. I mean, this is better. I still feel like he drops like a rock, though. What if we just go like 0.3 again? Like, what is this going to do? See, that's the floaty variable. That's what's making it floaty. That's better. What if it's just 1? I wonder what that does. But then not floaty enough. That's good. Because you want him to feel like... And this will also feel better once we add the ground pound. Because the ground pound will let you zip downwards, which will be cool. We need to be very careful. And then that'll make movement cooler. Because you'll be able to go boom, boom, and then zip up. It's like watching the Mona Lisa get paid. Dude, too true. Too true. This guy does ball. Yeah, I think this is good. Wow. Wow. Definitely feels game jammy. Again, the most important thing to me about game jams is like just finishing. I've never finished a game jam, and that's what I want to do with this one. I want to finish one. It doesn't have to be my magnum opus. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to finish it. But I think this is good. I think at least everything gravity-wise seems to be in the right place this time around. So we'll consider this the best player so far. Player script, no space holding. So this is our best, I'd probably say. Can we merge with the current branch? That'd be hilarious. I do believe there's a way to force yourself to pull with the branch, but I think it would go well. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Nice. So that works. The thing is, I wanted to do space holding, but I think I'm going to leave that out for now. I think the real mechanic will come in with the ground pounding. Yeah, so now let's do the ground pounding as our last thing, because I gotta go in 25 minutes. In fact, actually, I'll leave it at 9. I'll leave in like, I got like 20 minutes left, chat, and I gotta go. I got work, I'm employed, I know, the whores, an employed YouTuber. Who needs background music? We can hum it. Amen. I should do music on my streams though. I'm scared of copyright, especially on YouTube. They will get you. They will find you. They will hunt you down. They will get you. I know. Sorry, I should have censored the word. I should have censored, GOB. I should have censored it. That's on me. That's on me, guys. I'm sorry. I'll censor it next time. All right, let's add a new input. All right, zip down variables. Here we go. Cooldown timer. Zip down speed. We'll just set it to 800. So we can keep this the same. Don't think that has to change. This does. We do need to change. No, we need to change falling. Yeah. Okay, so we'll zip down and then if we're zipping, then we'll just increase the timer. After zip duration, return to normal falling. Yeah, because this is just going to eliminate gravity from the equation. Insert that one pic of the guy changing his poster while gaming. I've seen that, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Dude, I know I'm on Insta, so I know like all the GIFs. I don't think I need this, but we'll keep. We'll see what this does. I'm a little bit scared. It shouldn't do anything too drastic. That's cool. That's perfect. I've gotten all your references. Yeah, I'm a little bit of a. What if we do them at the same time? He goes a bit too far. I don't love how powerful that is, but like it should be like 500 probably. But I do like it. He does also. I don't like this. I don't think. Nah, it's still too powerful. And then this should be like very short. Now you barely feel it is the problem. Well, so yeah, now you barely feel it. that feels good. Because now, like, you're going and boom. You can basically force yourself to drop, which is nice. That's cool. I think that's cool. Very game jammy. I think it's a neat mechanic. I think it's fine. Obviously we'll probably need polishing, but I think from here we would just kind of be beating our heads against the wall if yeah, I feel like we'd be beating our heads against the wall if we were just to sit here and just adjust variables over and over again. I feel like this actually gives the player tons of control. Because you can even, like, do this. Yeah, that gives players way more control. Yeah, I think it's neat. I think it's neat. I think from here, right, we're at a state where this is good. I think everything here is, like, it's not perfect. I think it needs a ton of polishing. But I think if we were to sit here and nitpick all of the variables and, like, try to get it perfectly calibrated, I feel like we'd be wasting our time. I think we need to start building. So I think we need to build a couple levels, put some things in, try some different hazards, try some different enemies. I think that's probably what next stream is going to be about, is building level 1. And I think we should build level 1, see how it feels, adjust variables as needed. Probably get more assets in there, right? So rocks, things like that. Like for all the hazards, we should probably do like make art for them, and that would probably be ideal. But yeah, I think that's probably for today at least. I feel like that's everything we would need. I mean, this feels good. Definitely good progress for sure. I mean, I think the player's pretty much in a playable state. The propeller, the only thing I would say that feels like it needs fixing is the falling doesn't feel awesome. That's like the only thing I have is like the falling is like a little bit awkward. But that's the only thing I would say. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I feel like there's not much. Yeah. We'll put a sky background. I think we need to figure out what we're going to do about the edges. Because, like, right now, you can kind of just... Which I think is probably a thing of scaling the player back to 1. That way we have more room to move around. I do want it to where, like, if you... Yeah, I do want it to where if you go at the bottom, you die. I think if you go through here or here, I think we just put a ceiling. You could do multiple layers. That could be cool. Yeah, he's just really tiny now is the problem. Agreed. Though it might look better in full screen. Eh. Now we're really seeing how high he can jump. He can jump himself all the way off the screen. Which, again, like I said, this is like, once we really hone in the variables, he will be so much better. But, yeah, again, I think a lot of it, we just have to figure out what to do. That's actually a good question. Linguals, what do you think we should do about, like, the edges of the screen? Because in my opinion, I think the bottom should kill him. So if you drop off the bottom of the map, you're dead. And then for the edges, we either do... Like, you go through and you go to another room kind of thing. Like, you go to another kind of part of the scene. Or you just hit a wall. Maybe levels are consisted of going through multiple rooms, but... That's kind of what I'm thinking for that. I might look up some references to other games and see what they did. We could also just go halfway with the scale. You could go 1.5. If you wanted to have the scale. That could be cool. But yeah, having multiple rooms is the play. I think obviously you need to have a wall on the left at some point, but I think for a level, it should be like 5 rooms in sequence would make it way better. And then from there, it's tuning the variables. Because then we can, since with the player script's kind of done, we can just tune variables from there and make it way better. Make it feel really good. And that's probably for polishing day, which I think is going to be Wednesday, is when I'm really going to try to polish / add extra nice features. Though Thursday could be polishing day too. Thursday's probably a better polishing day because that's the day I'm going to upload it since it's due Friday. So that's what I'm thinking. 24-hour stream incoming. That'd be peak, actually. No, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, I think that's probably all I have for today. I realized I have another thing I need to do before I go to JOB, trigger warning, job. I know. Calm down. I know it's a tough word to hear, but, we all got to do it at some point. But, yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, so tune in, be there. It's going to be awesome. It's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna work on getting some new assets in there. We're gonna work on the first level, and we're gonna build hazards for the first level. So the first levels, I think we're really gonna figure it out, and then from there we're gonna trigger. And then from there we're gonna do what's it called? We can build the first level and just we can configure. So that's what I meant to say. We can configure the variables. So I think it'll be cool. I look forward to it. So I'll be there tomorrow. I will catch y'all in the next one. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to everyone who's here. It means the world to me. So, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm out.